Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin Hippos. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo, and today is Monday, December 2nd. And because it's a Monday, that means that it's time for What Sold on eBay! Hey guys, remember that theory I had that after Thanksgiving we were going to kind of turn a corner? People were going to realize that Christmas is 3 weeks away and they were going to start shopping? I don't want to jinx anything and I don't want to say anything that will, knock on wood, but it looks like sales are up. So we're going to start with the photos on Instagram of our packages from last week, and then we'll jump over to eBay. I've pulled up some items that sold. I've got all the plush to show you because I show you every single plush that ever sells ever because it's my favorite, and that's what we'll start with. And then I've got some bolos and super exciting flips to show you, and bread and butter as usual, and a couple of the items tonight have story time to go with them. So let's get started. You're looking at today's photo of packages, 33. So we had 29 eBay sales and 4 on Poshmark. This is right where we should be outside of Q4. This is a 0.5% sell-through rate, a little over it for us. So that's good because up until now, Q4 wasn't even doing what we should be doing during normal times of the year. So now we're up to where we should be. Our 31, like the last 31 days percentage, it shows you on your seller hub. It's in the green, it's up. So things are looking up. I think people are starting to shop. But let's look at last Monday. You can see we only had 21 sales and 19 packages. Tuesday was pretty good, actually. We had 8, 7 eBay, and 1 Poshmark. Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, that's pretty good right there. 9 items and 5 packages. We had one woman, this big box here, she bought like 5 or 6 items. All different sizes and different kinds of clothing, so I think she was shopping for her whole family. I love when people come and buy a lot of stuff. Excuse me. Then we had Thanksgiving, so we didn't ship. And then on Friday, I forgot to upload the photo to Instagram, but here it is. I did take it. We had 6 packages go out the day after Thanksgiving. That's not that great because that's for 2 days. We didn't ship on Thursday, but again, it was Thanksgiving. People aren't really shopping on Thanksgiving. They're doing the whole holiday family thing. And on Black Friday, they're either out at the brick and mortar stores or online looking for like those blow away deals on new items. So I think 6 is good. I'm really happy with this weekend. That's the best weekend we've had in a long time. It's really nice to see our numbers back up where they should be. And let's just jump over to eBay. We'll start with Clarice here, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer plush. This is the girl deer from the movie. She has a cute bow on her head and cute eyelashes to denote that she's a girl. She's super cute though. She was 50 cents at Goodwill. I believe that's where I got her. And she sold for $15.94. And she shipped first class in a poly bag. Here we have Scooby-Doo dressed up as a detective. He is a Cartoon Network plush, which is a good brand, especially of the more popular characters from Cartoon Network. I just thought he was so cute in his little Sherlock Holmes outfit. Anyway, he came from a yard sale, and I believe he was $1, and he sold for $17.80. No, I'm sorry. I accepted a best offer of $15 on him. I should look at my notes more often. We accepted a best offer of $15 on him. He was $1 at a yard sale. He did weigh a pound on his own, so I charged shipping for him, which the buyer paid in addition to the $15 best offer. And he went in one of those large mailing boxes that I talk about that you can order for free. They're 12 by 12 by 8 on the USPS website. They're really good for the large plush. Here's Bob the Builder character Wendy. She was 50 cents at Goodwill. She had some writing on her feet, which I disclosed. And she talks, she works, she's in good working order. She sold for $12.19. And I shipped her in a box, like a 7x7x5, I think it was. But it's like a smaller box because she's only 11 inches big, you can see. But because she talks, she's an electronic plush, I did put her in a box to ship, but she still went first class. And here we have another Woody. There was a Woody in my video last week, I believe. I bought a bunch of them. You guys may remember, like at the very end of the summer, like one of the last neighborhood yard sales we went to. The one where I got all the Christmas Village houses. I bought out these people's Woodies. They had tons of them. I bought them all. So they were all $1 a piece. And this one sold for $15. And he shipped in a poly bag, first class. Here we have Taz. He came from the Goodwill. He was $1.99. Very big. You can see he's official Looney Tunes show, Warner Brothers. So I paid $1.99 for him because of who he is and his size. I did accept the best offer of $17 on him. The buyer paid the shipping because he was over a pound. And he also went in one of those large mailing boxes. They paid for economy shipping, the parcel select, but it was actually cheaper for us to upgrade it to priority with our discounts on eBay for being top rated seller. So he went in a priority box and off he went to his new forever home. All right, you're looking at a sock monkey. This one I took a best offer of 10 on. I tell you guys that sock monkeys are bolos. I pick up sock monkeys anytime I find them, regardless of what they look like or their brand. And they can be kind of hit or miss. Some of them will go for a lot. If you guys remember, I had one recently that sold for $18. This one went for 10. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill, so I consider sock monkeys bolos. They don't take that long to sell. And if you find them low enough cost, the return on investment is pretty good. And they don't sit that long. This one shipped in a poly bag, first class. And here we have Captain America, Avengers. This is a Funko plushie. I do pick up Funko plushies when I find them, especially of popular pop culture characters like the Cap here. He sold for $9.38 and shipped first class in a poly bag. He weighed like 2 ounces, if I remember. And then we have a Nemo here. This is a Thai Sparkle Nemo, I believe. Yep, there it is. So he's a Thai Sparkle, but he's also Disney on his tag there. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill, and I accepted a best offer of $9 on Nemo, and he shipped in a poly bag, first class. This Barney, y'all. This Barney. So Keith actually found and sourced this Barney last summer, 2018, at a neighborhood yard sale. I believe he was $5, and he sat like for a year. If we ever find another Barney, I don't know that we'll get it. Not for $5 anyway. He just sat for so long, and he just surprised us that he didn't sell, but he's got like outdated computer stuff going on, and his box was damaged. He finally sold for $19, and they paid the shipping. So, you know, you got to learn sometimes. You got to take the risk and then find out something isn't good. And then I will always tell you guys, hey, I sourced this and I shouldn't have. It took like over a year to sell. So I would stay away from Barney, guys. That's just my advice. But he did sell for $19 and they paid the shipping. So glad to see him go. He was taking up like a really big spot on the shelf in our serial killer room. Bye, Barney. All right, now we have a little Luigi. I've had a lot of these Luigis and Marios. Super Mario on the tag there. Video game character plushes are absolutely a bolo, guys. Grab them if you see them. I've had so many of these come through here. The Sonic, the Hedgehog, Tails. They move really fast. I like when I can find them together, though. Like, I sold a lot of Mario and Luigi together before. They do move faster and for more money, obviously, if you have more than one character in a lot. But do grab up these video game characters if you find them. Luigi was 50 cents, and I accepted a best offer of $9.25, and he shipped first class in a poly bag. Now we're going to jump into the clothing. This is a pair of the Chico's So Slimming. This is one of my bread and butter brands, and I only grabbed the line So Slimming and So Lifting from Chico's. You've probably heard me say that before. They just do better than the Chico's Platinum or the other Chico's. Those will sit forever. The So Slimming and So Lifting move pretty quick. These ones were tan also, and I like to get jeans that are different colors. I feel like I do well with those. These sold for $23.16. They were 99 cents at the Goodwill, and they shipped in a padded flat. Here's a pair of silver jeans. Nice looking ones. I honestly don't remember where I got these. I want to say they came from Florida, so they sold that fast. I don't believe I sourced these here. So if I sourced them here in Pennsylvania, they were $6.99 because I know I pay full price for them at our Goodwill all the time. If these were a pair that I sourced when we were down in Florida visiting Casey with Sydney, they were probably like $4, $5. They sold for $40.99, and they did ship in a padded flat. Here's a sweater that Keith found at the Goodwill for 99 cents. We weren't really familiar with the brand, but it was a double XL, XXL, which is a really good size for men's clothing. And it was new with tags, so we took the risk for 99 cents. And it sold for $22.50 and shipped in a poly bag first class. Here is a Plush. This was supposed to be over here in this group. Oh well, we'll look at her now. So this Plush already has a name. Her name is Bubblegum. And this is one of the items that has a story time with it tonight. So let's talk a little bit about why I sourced her first. So she's a unicorn. Unicorns are along the lines of an animal or a mythic creature that you should source anytime you see it. I don't care about the brand. Dragons, unicorns, mermaids, things like that. You always want to grab them when you see them. They're very popular with people. This one in particular, she's a peekaboo toy, which is like a cheap claw machine, carnival prize toy brand. But she is a unicorn, and she's super unique and super cute and super pretty. She has all these like different colored stars all over her. She just really caught my eye, and she was only 50 cents at Goodwill. So I brought her home and I listed her. She did sell for $19.69. She's very big. You can see she's over a foot. So she actually did not weigh a lot though, even though she was like really jumbo sized. She weighed like 13 ounces on her own. Once she was in one of our jumbo poly bags with some tissue paper and a business card and everything, she was like 14 ounces. But the reason I wanted to tell you a story about her is because the buyer sent me a really nice message that I have up on my phone here to read to you guys after she bought her. So it says, "Thank you. This is my daughter's favorite toy, and she has named him Bubblegum. I am divorced, and my daughter has to go back and forth between me and my ex, and she stresses over having to leave Bubblegum. So now she will have him at both my house and his house." How sweet and cute is that? So now her little girl has two Bubblegums, and I guess it's a boy to her. I keep calling it a she because it's pink, but this little girl's Bubblegum is a boy. So now she'll have a Bubblegum at mom's and a Bubblegum at dad's, and she doesn't have to worry about forgetting her favorite plush when she goes back and forth. That story just got me. Probably the time of year, the holidays, everybody's emotional. But I thought it was really cute, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. So Bubblegum found a super new forever home with someone who will absolutely love him. All right, guys, now we're looking at this Mickey Mouse Disney Cruise Line Christmas ornament. Some of you may remember these from a haul video. I got 17 of these. 17 of these little Mickey Mouse guys for a couple bucks at a yard sale. There were 17. This was the only one that wasn't in an unsealed original package. And it looked like they had been bought bulk for a store or something. They were in like big styrofoam trays. but there were 17 of them. 16 of them are inside of a plastic bag, sealed, brand new. Now here's the thing. You guys know, and I know, I have 16 left. You see how it says 2 available and 1 sold up here? That's to create a sense of urgency. And I wanted to talk about this with you guys. So if you have something like this that you have a lot of, if a buyer sees that you have 17 of them, they're in no hurry to buy it. You have 17. I can come back. I'll buy one whenever. And then what happens is they forget and they never buy it. So if you always keep it like right at 2 available or only 1 left out of 2, it creates that sense of urgency. It creates that sense of hurry, like, oh wow, they've only got 1 left, I better buy it. Rather than, oh, they've got 17, I've got time. So I wanted to share that little tip with you guys on multi-quantity items. Try to keep them at a low number, and you can always just go in and change it as you need to, as they sell. All right, I sold a pair of shoes. These are Rockports. These were $5. They were part of the big old lot of shoes I got from a local seller who went out of business. She got a new job that took her to Germany, so we met her at her storage unit. We met her through Vicky and Katie's group, and you guys have probably already heard the story. Anyway, these were $5. She let me pick and choose and cherry pick, and I picked out a bunch of shoes, and she gave them to me for $5 a piece. So this pair sold for $24. I took a best offer of $24 on these, and the buyer also paid the shipping, and they shipped in a shoebox that you can order online for free from the Postal Service. I love the shoe boxes. They are great for shipping shoes, among other things. So these went in the shoebox, priority mail. This is a little kid's tie that I can't remember where we got it from. It's a little clip-on. It's so cute. It's like for a little boy. How cute is it? It's got a little Angry Bird face on it. It's a little clip-on tie for a little boy. But I don't know where we got it. You guys know, like, at the beginning of Q4, I had said that we were going through all of our I don't wannas and all of our inventory and just kind of checking things in our storage to see what was listed and what wasn't. This is one of the things I found that wasn't listed, and it was just kind of up there in the serial killer room, and I'm like, I don't know where it came from. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know what we paid for it, but I definitely found it up there and decided that it needed to be listed, and so I listed it a couple weeks ago. It didn't take that long to sell. I got really good keywords in here too. Holiday, evening. So this maybe have been bought for some boy to wear for the holidays when he dresses up. Sold for $12.19 and shipped first class. It was very small. Here we have a pair of jeans that I got from the Goodwill for 99 cents. I was not familiar with the brand, but the jeans looked cool. So it's black label jeans, but they had necessary spelled out on the butt, and then this U.S. flag and like the shape of a skull here. So I risked it for 99 cents. I took a best offer of $23. They shipped in a padded flat. We sold this tie also. Gee, I wonder why. Which is exactly what Keith said when we pulled it. Gee, I wonder why this sold. Super cute. It sold for $10. It was like 10 cents at the bins, maybe even a nickel. By weight, these don't cost very much. I just think it's so cute. Look at the little tag. The tag looks like a bag of peanut M&Ms. I just think it's so cute. And it did ship first class. And here we have these Bradford Exchange wolf ornaments. Kind of cool. The top has like these pewter wolves, and then the wolves inside. Each one has a name. If you guys are familiar with the Bradford Exchange, they make a lot of these collectible items, and they always have names. They usually have sets. So like there were 2 other kinds of wolf ornaments I found when I was comping. I had the Black Knight and the Silver Scout. I paid a couple bucks for these at a yard sale about a year ago, so these took a while to sell. They sold for $16, and they shipped first class, so I did do free shipping on them. They were kind of neat. I take risks on stuff like this when I see it at yard sales. I expect them to be long tail, but somebody out there likes wolves and wanted these for their tree. So I do take risks if the price is right, if it's just a couple bucks or whatever. Here we have a Hurley men's jacket. This was 99 cents at the Goodwill. It was made exclusively for Buckle, which is probably why we picked it up. Hurley's a pretty good brand too. And it sold for $20. We accepted a best offer on it, and it shipped first class. And then we have this Hawaiian shirt. So this is one of the items I found as I was going through our inventory that wasn't listed. It was in a bin. It had a spot in the bin. It had a label on it in our inventory system, but it was no longer listed. And I know I've talked about this before, how items will sometimes fall off eBay, and that's why it's so important for you guys to go through your inventory once or twice a year and just double check everything. I have found so much stuff that fell off. It's ridiculous. We haven't been sourcing in months. Like, we did that big sourcing, I was going to say sourcing trip. But we did a lot of sourcing in Florida with Casey and Sydney. You guys probably saw the live shows where we showed you the hauls. It was a lot. We got a lot there. Prior to that, the last time we had gone out sourcing was at the end of September when Sydney was here visiting us with Dave and Bill were here too. So we haven't really been sourcing in 2 months. Now, granted, we did have pretty large death piles around here. We did have a lot of I don't wannas. We are still working through that inventory. I got from my friend last year. If you're not familiar with that story, last December, a whole year ago, my friend ended up getting an inheritance and was able to just retire and not have to work at all anymore. So she didn't want to do eBay or anything. So she just she donated her entire eBay store. We're still working through that. Like I said, we have a lot of death piles and I don't want us. We have a lot of stuff, and that's kind of why we're not sourcing right now. We're just trying to work through everything. That's the official answer. The unofficial answer is it's really cold and it sucks here in the winter, and if we don't have to go out sourcing, we don't want to. It's just cold and the weather's poop and it's always raining, sleeting, or snowing. But anyway, I've also been finding so much stuff that is just falling off. Like, I have a death pile just from pulling stuff out of the bins that is no longer listed. It's ridiculous. So make sure that you do go through your inventory a couple times a year, you guys, and just make sure that your stuff is still listed. Because if you think it's listed and it's in your inventory system and it's not listed, it's just sitting there doing nothing. So you need to double check to make sure your stuff is listed, because it can't sell if it's not listed. So anyway, this is one of the ones I found. Now this is a really cool shirt, guys. If you look at the graphics, there's a vintage car, there's flowers, there's wooden buttons. It looks faded and inside out. That's the way it's supposed to look, because the tag's on the inside, but it's supposed to be reversible, I guess, so they can wear it with the tag out. I don't know. Anyway, when I copped it, and I'm sorry that I'm yawning. You guys aren't boring me, I promise. When I copped this brand of Hawaiian shirt, most people were selling for like $10 free ship. And there was only one other one like mine with this particular print. And it was like up for a really low price too. And I said, no, this is a really, really cool print. This is an XXL. It's a double XL. Really awesome men's Hawaiian shirt. Just based on the graphics alone. Don't even worry about the brand. I was going to list it for $20. And so I would have started it at $25. So when our sale for 20% off hits, it would have been up for $20. But then at the last minute, just as I was about to push that button to list it, I'm like, you know what? No, I want $25 at least for this. This is a really great shirt. I don't care that the other ones are 10 free ship. They're different sizes. They're different prints. They're not like mine. Mine's unique. So I changed the price to $31.25 thinking when the sale hit, it would go for $25. Within 4 hours before the sale could even grab this and knock the price down, within 4 hours of listing it, it sold for $31.25. So I wanted to tell that story because I constantly teach you guys and I constantly preach. It is okay to price your items high if they have value in them. You don't always have to race to the bottom or get your fast nickels or worry about what other people are doing. Everyone else wants to sell this brand for $10 free ship. My gut instinct told me my print was unique enough and the size was good enough that I could get at least $25. Well, look. It sold within 4 hours for $31.25. So I wanted to share this with you because you guys do know that I teach that all the time. I'm always telling you guys, price things higher, give yourself value, give your items value, value your time that you spend working. But now you can actually see it in action. It's not just something I'm saying, oh, you should do this. It works. Look at this. And speaking of, I got one more item to talk about. I don't even remember where this shirt came from, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, it fell off. I don't know how long it was in there. Not listed. I want to say it came from this one thrift store that we used to go to. So it would have been like $2. And it shipped first class. Alright, let's talk about this elf. This is Christina Marie. She is a Poppin'Kins hide and seek family fun. She comes with a full color book. And herself. She was $1 at a yard sale. And she has been a little point of contention around here for a while. So I got her over the summer. I listed her at $150 to start in June. Now, there's other Poppin'Kins elves on eBay. They're all boys. I don't remember their name, but they're all boy elves. Christina Marie, my Christina Marie, was the only female one listed. And she was the only one that was new in her box. The rest were used, and they were boys. So going on that, most of them were comping around $60 to $80. I think I saw one that even went for $100. I said, well, mine's new. These are all used, and mine's the only girl. So if they go for anywhere from $60 to $100, I don't think $150 to start is too bad with best offer on it. Well, all summer long and then in the early fall, I kept getting offers from people of $60. And I know why they were offering me $60 because they saw the boy elves going for $60. So why shouldn't the girl elf also be $60? But it's about supply and demand. If you have the only one of something, you can charge more. And if they really want it, they'll pay for it because it's supply and demand. You know, we all learned that in school. But I know that people were seeing the boys up for like $60 and they were used and they probably weren't paying attention to that either. And just in their minds, hey, if all these other ones are up for $60, why can't I have yours for $60? But I held to my guns. As we got into Q4, I did knock her price down, you can see. Excuse me. I knocked her down to $120, so she would move because I wasn't getting anything at $150, and I still kept getting offers for $60. I kept double checking too, like every time, it was like bursts. Like I would have one day where like 4 people would offer me $60 on her, and then there'd be a few days where she wouldn't get any attention or anything, and then there'd be a day where like 5 people would offer me $60. It always came in like little bursts. But whenever it would happen, I always went back and double checked the listings and the comps, and I made sure, yep, still the only girl. I still have the only Christina Marie, and I still have the only one new in her box. So I held to my guns, and she sold for $120, and I was so stoked. I'm like, yes. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that with you guys too, just to let you know if you're in a situation like that where there's a ton of something or even a handful of something that's blue or purple or a boy, and then you have the only girl or the only green one or the only plus size one. If you have the only one of something, you can ask for more money because they can't get it anywhere else. You're the only one to go to. So I just wanted to talk to you about Christina Marie and how I held to my guns. And I really just think sometimes buyers just don't pay attention. They just think, well, all these other ones are up for $60. They don't stop and think that all the other ones are boys. They were used. Mine was new. But someone knew what she was worth and paid for it. So I sold a $120 elf this week. And I was so excited. So that's my story about Christina Marie and my Hawaiian shirt. 2 items that I priced really, really high. And I got what I wanted for it. And I wanted to show you that in action because it is something I preach to you, but I want you to see that it actually, I do it and it works. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if your sales are getting any better volume-wise, monetary-wise, or people starting to shop in your stores. It looks like we may have turned that corner after Thanksgiving where people are getting into that mode where they're starting to spend their money. Hit the thumbs up before you guys leave. It helps the channel. If you're not in our Facebook group, the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, you should be. We have a fantastic time in there. The link to join the Facebook group is in the description box down below. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Hit us up in an email, flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. Until next time, have a good night, guys. Go be productive. Go make some money. And thank you, as always, so much for watching. You guys are the best. Bye.